All right, everybody. This is the basics of paracord. And specifically, there's been a lot of stuff out there on paracord and how to make different types of bracelets and things like that. And I have a few here that I've made, pretty straightforward, simple ones. But what I wanted to get into today was not so much how to make bracelets. I may get into that later on, but I wanted to talk about the differences between different paracord. And so basically there's 2 or 3 different types of paracord, and it's called Paracord 550, and you can get this stuff basically anywhere. This is regular, what they call commercial grade, and it's just okay stuff. I'm gonna actually cut it open. So, this is how you cut it. And if we look inside of here, one of the things about paracord in 550 is there's 7 strands. That's pretty basic, pretty common. But look at these strands. Now, if you undo these strands, there's actually 2 individual strands. I don't know how good you can see that, but there is 2 strands on each of these. I'll try to get it close up. It's hard to see, but there's actually 2 strands if you undo those. And notice how that looks. It's kind of wobbly, kind of crooked. That's what you get with commercial grade paracord. There happens to be military grade paracord, which is what these 2 rolls are back here. And if I cut one of these off and I look in here, I want you to see the difference between this. Notice how much straighter this is, and notice there's one that's marked. These each have 3 individual cords. I'm not doing a very good job, but there's actually, I'm not going to do it, but there's actually 3 individual ones for each strand. So if we look at these and we compare them, you can easily see what's better. This one on the right is far better than this one. And another difference that a lot of people don't know about is the military grade paracord is military spec'd, and it's got that marker one. You can see in that one it's green and white, but the materials are sometimes different. And this is very hard to tell the difference between these materials, but in military grade, they use nylon, and in commercial grade, they use a lot of polyester. And in my experience, nylon is a lot stronger. And that's why it's used in military grade paracord. And I know of 2 main brands of military stuff, and I'm going to show you these brands just so you know and what the specs are. So this is one of the stickers. This is actually the spec. It's Mil 5040 Type 3. And the company that makes this is this East Texas Lighthouse. Okay? East Texas Lighthouse. That's an important, that's really important. And they only make 2 different colors that I'm aware of. And that's this color, which is kind of your military, camo green type pattern, OD green. Okay, and then the other company is this one, which they actually have a different marker. Each military manufacturer had a different marker. I think this is the one I just did. Yeah, you can see that's the one I just did, and that is actually the green, I believe. I'm going to show you this other one cut up here just a second. Theirs is like a green and something else. I'll see if I can undo one of these to show you the 3 strands. See how there's 3 strands in there? Whereas the blue one, this is the blue one down below, only has 2 strands. So the whole point is you want to have this military grade paracord. Let me show you the other manufacturer so you guys know. It's called Miltex, and they're the other ones that make this military grade, and that comes in more colors from them. So if you guys are going to buy paracord, get the actual military grade, the 5040 type C stuff. It's so much better stuff. Now, this is really kind of crazy, but China's caught onto this, and they actually make a pretty cool paracord. That's this black stuff. I got this off of eBay. I want to show you what's inside of here. I'm going to zoom into that. What you got going on here, it's not military grade, but they got a copper wire, which is pretty cool. They got a marking line. They got 7 regular strands. They got a monofilament line. That's this one right there. And then this red one here, this is actually, that's actually jute. And what happens is, if you light this stuff, see how it takes a flame? That's really cool. So in essence, in this one thing, you got all these different cordages. Of course, there's not 3 strands, and I don't know if this is exactly nylon or not, but still pretty cool. So my point today is to show you guys, a couple differences between the military grade and the regular. And I want to show you this. This is crazy. This is some commercial stuff I had laying around for a while. I don't know if you can see this, but look at how crappy this stuff is. It's bunched up here. This was, this is like a year or 2 old, but you can just tell it's crappy. And when I open it, I'll open one of the things for you so you guys can see this, wherever the end is. And I'll just show you how crappy this stuff looks when you pull it out. It just looks like not very good stuff compared to the military grade. So the blue one there on the left is commercial. It's 2 strands. The stuff on the right is the military 5040 type C, which is, you can tell it's a lot tighter spool. It's made of nylon for sure. And there's 3 strands to each of the cables. Look at the twisting on how crappy that other stuff is. You see what's going on is you got China trying to mass produce stuff, and that's what's causing this kind of paracord crisis. And so if you guys are buying actual paracord, try to get the stuff that's either Miltex or East Texas Lighthouse, and you'll be able to do stuff so much better. Like the knots that you can tie with this military stuff are so much better. It lays smoother, it works better, everything about it's better. So that's kind of my paracord 101 tips. There are a couple other things I wanted to show you. If you get into paracord, get yourself a good scissors. This one's worked really good for me. This is a Fisker Soft Touch. It cuts stuff really, really good. I like that one. Get yourself a nice torch lighter. I love these little torch lighters. They work a lot faster. And then get yourself 2 of these fids. These are the Tandy Super Jumbo Permalock ones. You can get these on Amazon for $5 or $6. And I kind of shine these up just a little bit. But the nice thing about these are, I'll zoom in on this so you can see. Sorry about that. You can see they have threaded ends. So that's really nice if you want to thread an end of this paracord. And I'll show you how I do that in case you guys get into that. You just cut your paracord, you know, obviously a lot longer than this, and cut it at an angle. Like, you know, cut it kind of about like, you know, about like that. See how I cut that at an angle? And then you take the torch, just torch it a little bit like that. Wet your hands and get it into the right shape. And you take the end of this and you just screw it on. It just screws right on. And now you have it attached. And so when you're making certain things, you need to go underneath and whatnot. I really like these Tandy ones, the Super Jumbo Permalock. So that's the little lesson day on paracord. There's some cool things. You got the military grade 5040 type C type 3. Then you got the commercial grade, which is no good, and it's hard to even tell. And then you got this new stuff, which is what they call fire cord, or you can find it as Titan cord. And then you can actually find it in eBay. They ship it directly from China. It seems to be okay. It's okay stuff. The military grade stuff is by far the best. I've had such good luck with this military stuff. I highly recommend it if you can find it. Yeah, that's about all I got to say about paracord. And you can make some really, really cool bracelets and projects. And if you do start getting into it too, use the buckles that have whistles. These whistles are so good. And then they even make some that have fire at the end. I'll blow it here. So much better having a whistle. All right, thanks a lot for checking it out. Have a great day.